should say, of the Texas A&M Aggies. What if we're just zooming out, big picture? We'll get into the game a little bit more as we go. What's your feeling now as Missouri drops to 6-3 and are out of the college football playoff race?
Well, happy Monday, my friend. Are you gonna?
Happy Monday.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Oh, whoa! Would be nice to.
All right, there I am.
Happy Monday, Vic.
Happy Monday. Now you get the tones of Vic Faust on a Monday afternoon. Well, how many games in a row has Missouri lost?
That would be back-to-back games in a row.
Back-to-back, and 3 of their last 4.
Yeah.
So, would it be weird if I said I'm worried about them winning again?
No, it would be very.
It's pretty crazy to hear me say that,
real
right?
Worry. It would be a very real worry, Mr. Faust.
Here's what I'm saying. Okay, let me start this over. I'm not feeling really good right now about where they are, and it's not because of one particular thing or the other. It's because of a multitude of things, and it's not just from Saturday. It's a couple things that continued on with the theme. Okay, so here we go. You just talked about it the last hour. I got into some of this on my show this morning.
Yeah.
But now it's time for the MIZ STL show.
Yes.
The Mizzou Crowd that we've promoted. My thoughts from Saturday, very concerned with how they lost. I was there for the game.
Mm-hmm. Where did you go for the post-game show? Because how did you weren't, where were you?
Did you see me or did you just hear me?
I know I could see you. Where were you?
I made it. Sprinted from the game, left a little early with my son, right over to Fraternity Row, and did it from my son's room at ATO House.
Okay.
Music
looks like you were like in an office.
I know. It looked pretty good, didn't it?
It did. That was impressive. I was like, there's no way he made it all the way back. Like, he would have had to leave really early.
No, it was Dad's weekend. I was with my son. It started to get really cold, started to blow.
It was terrible.
Just all the way around, just a bad day. And then it was great going up to the game, but it was still a little chilly. So I made it back. We raced. The last 5-6 minutes of the game took a while to play.
A long time.
And that's what allowed me to sprint over to the ATO house from the stadium. So that's where I did the game. But
I'm sorry I cut you off, but continue your thought.
Here's the deal. Okay. Didn't expect them to win. Thought they were lost. I told people, if you're betting, bet A&M today. Of course, I always got good advice. Don't do it myself. I said, bet A&M. And give up the points, because I didn't see a way how Missouri was going to be able to move the football. I didn't think that they'd be able, but I thought they'd be able to do it better than they did. I thought they'd be able to keep A&M close until late in the second half, and it was playing out the way that I thought until the worst money-changing game of the day, and that was before the end of the first half. Mm-hmm. On the strip, fumble, interception, error, whatever you want to do, which was terrible coaching by Missouri. Terrible.
Awful.
And I was like, what the hell are you doing? Even before the play happened, did not get it. But it's easier said than done for us. I guess. I don't know. We're not smart enough. We're not making millions of dollars a year, but Missouri coaches are. So that happened. And then I knew the game was over. Now it was like, oh boy, I just hope this isn't a big, bad defeat. And are we going to be able to protect Zollers? It ended up being the way that they lost. Fine. Not a great way to lose. I get it. The special teams during the game, it saddened me. And then we had a kicker come in to kick a field goal that missed.
Well, not technically, not on the stat sheet.
The first kick
didn't count.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Yes.
I know.
He missed.
Yeah, but penalty.
I think Missouri probably would have gone for that even if he made it.
Yeah, I get it.
I think so. But okay.
So they bring this kid out, and then he boots the second field goal. I'm like, where the hell has he been? So then I'm like, special teams, and then our punter was not good throughout the day. Again, had one punt. It's like, why the hell? And this kid is booming punts during practice at like 60 yards.
Yeah.
I'm watching him going, what the hell? Where is that in the game? Then the special teams blunder / defense blunder of the punt. It's kind of a combo of those two. And then I'm like, okay, this stuff, man, we're just beating ourselves. And this is week after week after week. And then I thought back to what Nick Saban said once. If you have kids who are continuing to make mistakes, it's on you as coaches. It's not on them.
Yeah.
It's on you. This coaching staff has been less than desired. Not every position coach, but as a whole.
It's been really bad.
Eli, the special teams coach, and who has been on the offensive coordinator for 5 weeks?
You.
I'm just telling you, I started to see trends that I did not like. Offense is what I always tended to be my specialty. I played offense and defense at Mizzou, but the offensive side of things, man, it's easy. You block, you tackle, you catch the ball, you run the ball. They're fundamentals, the margins, as you talk about, Grant. So then that happens, and I'm getting to my point here. These things are, and it's leading me to the end. And then you join our STL postgame show, the MIZ STL, the STL Sports Central Mizzou show, and you tell me what Eli just said in his presser, and then I go back and listen to it after what you were in the presser telling me about, and it depressed me. That it's one thing to feel it, but you brought, they just had, that's a devastated locker room. Because they did think they were going to win. I talked to Mizzou athletic director Laird Veach before the game, and he's like, Vic, we really do. I'm like, yeah, we got a shot. He's like, Vic, no, seriously, we do. And Laird's a football guy. I mean, he was a damn good linebacker at K-State, very smart, not one of these guys that's Pollyanna. They honestly, he goes to practices.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to win that game and thought that they saw it. Laird Veach was a starting linebacker at Kansas State.
Okay. I did not know that.
Oh, he was a damn good one, too. He was part of the whole change around when Kansas State went from being a nobody to a somebody with Bill Snyder.
Do you think he still has a little soft side for Kansas State?
I asked him that question. He said, absolutely. He's like, my love is Mizzou now because that's your job. That's your livelihood. But he's like, you know what? You make a couple different stops here. You go stops there. Do I root for him? Absolutely, I do. He's like, but I don't have time. He's like, I'm doing this. And that's something else we could talk about with Laird in a little bit, how much he loves the job and what he did share with me. But they actually thought they were going to win that game. Yeah. They did. He's like, the coaches do our players. We feel like our talent was similar. That's what he told me before the game. So anyway, then you had the press conference, Eli saying, no, this is bad. And then he said that it's his fault. It just seems so defeated to me that's coaches know, all right, get it in and get it out. To come back from that, and then with all the other coaching stuff and rumors,
is this the
it made me think bad.
Is this the lowest point as a Mizzou fan you've had under Eli Drinkowitz?
This season for sure. Last season,
I mean, there was 2 6-6 seasons.
Yeah,
to start.
last season the Alabama loss was brutal, and I'm like, well, but they're still. And then they were able to turn it around.
But last season, the thing was, you went 9-3, but you always knew.
Yeah, it was.
You always knew this team wasn't.
You
good
were
enough.
just getting by. Yeah,
yeah. We're this year. It still feels like even though they'll go, I don't know, 7-5, 8-4, 6-6, whatever their record is, it still feels like, man, like these last 4 games you could look back on and say, well,
yeah, this is it. You're right.
Third string quarterback, stuff hit the fan. But it still would feel like even if this team goes 6-6, it would still feel like, man, they were so close. If Prbula's healthy, if beat Vandy, if they beat Bama, they were a play away. They could easily have been in the playoffs. Now, what would your feeling be if they go, let's say they beat Arkansas and Miss State and they lose to Oklahoma and they're 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say they upset Oklahoma at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Even if there was all those scenarios.
9-3, 8-4, 9-3.
You feel a whole lot better than what you do right now. 100%. But here's why. What reason do we have to think that that's going to happen after what we have seen Kirby Moore do? And this is the other part. Yeah, he's on a third string quarterback.
Defense is still really good.
The defense is there, man. I know it's 38 points, but if you were at the game or if you watched it on TV, it's different. They had a couple breakdowns, a wide receiver screen, tunnel screen type of play.
Which is just, pull your hair out.
There was no reason for that to even happen. There wasn't. And then they basically gave up 21 points. They lost by 21. They gave up 21 that they shouldn't have given up with mistakes. The problem I have is we've seen 4 straight games where there's mistakes, lots of mistakes. They just beat themselves. That just doesn't all of a sudden correct. That's a trend, and that's coaching, and it frustrates me. And I'm sorry, Kirby, even with Zollers, the play calling, it made no sense to me. It didn't have rhyme or reason. You didn't protect Zollers like you did against Vandy. You had 2 weeks, as you brought up in the last show. Yeah. There had to be something better. Now, Brett Norfleet being out of the game hurts. I get it. But damn, you got to find a way when you're $1 million coach. He's $1.3 million to $1.5 million, and I do assess money values to coaches' responsibility. I do. I'm sorry. You make $1.5 million a year, then you show me something. Make something happen.
I agree with everything you're saying, except the fact, and I heard this a couple times, I don't think the O-line played bad. 2 sacks.
No, they did.
Like,
I don't think they played bad, but here's the problem.
They didn't block great, but
When did-
overall in the big picture, Zollers
But they
had
put
time to throw.
Yeah, but they put pressure on him.
Yes, but I still don't think it was, in some of those games, like the Alabama game, if Zollers was back there and not Bo,
Yeah, I
he gets
know.
sacked 6,
You're right.
8 times.
You're right. He
Where
does.
This time, he was basically a statue in the pocket, and he only was sacked twice. I don't think
The
that's
only
that
other
bad.
issue is that Zollers was not coached well to throw shorter routes.
So here's
And
the stat.
that's on coach. That's on coach. That's on
20
Kirby.
air yards or more. Mizzou had only most in a game was 4 times throwing it 20 air yards or more. They did it 8 times against Texas
Yeah,
A&M.
and Texas A&M didn't have to throw the ball down the field at all.
No.
They used the short game. They used the traditional tight end passing. I mean, literally 4 plays for about 44 yards in the first half, right? Splitting the linebackers.
I would love
Basic
to see,
tight end plays. Where the hell is that in the Missouri offense?
I would love to see Marcel
Zollers
Reed's
Zollers
throw
can
chart.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Marcel Reed didn't impress me, not because I don't know. I've always been a little anti Marcel Reed. He didn't have to. There was a lot of his completions. I would have confidence that I could turn around and throw it to Mario Craver 2 yards away from me.
You might be
And
able to.
He gets.
You might not have
thing.
as much zip on the ball, but yes, you could.
That's what I'm saying. And it's again not a shot at Marcel Reed, but what A&M did that Mizzou didn't do is they used their athletes and they got all the easy stuff: jet sweep, jet tosses.
They were so well,
little screens,
so well coached. So,
and then Reed wasn't great downfield when A&M was in 3rd and 6 and 3rd and 8. They didn't convert.
Missouri's defense did enough to win the game. They kept the offense in it for a long time. They
created the turnover they finally needed.
The other issue was the fact that you've got Missouri, not that I don't know what their identity was. And then it's like, okay, we had 2 running backs that both went over 100 yards, but it was Hardy at first. Then you didn't see him for a long time. Then you saw him late at the end of the game.
Let me take you through the first half play caller.
It's just so disjointed. Kirby, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't see a situation where Eli and Kirby come back together next year. And there's no way in hell that Eric Link should be coaching special teams one more game. He needs a focus on tight end.
Yeah.
He cannot coach special teams again.
So
it's horrid. Brock Olivo should be the head special teams coach. Give him a shot, and then we go from there.
So Missouri forces a big punt on A&M's first drive. Hardy, 40-yard rush on the first play of the game. Almost broke it for a house call. Then they feed him again, 3 yards. Okay, good. 2nd and 7, 1-yard pass. 3rd and 6, incompletion, punt. Next drive, 1-yard rush to Hardy. Pass, both incomplete. Punt. They get the ball back, 7-0 this time. Coleman rushes for 2 yards. Try to get him out in space. 34-yard pass. Olukbade makes a great catch. Then they go false start, negative 4-yard pass, sack, and then Zollers scrambles and gets 5 yards. Next set of downs, 6-yard rush, 5-yard rush, 18-yard rush, all by Roberts. Penalty. It kind of cancel out. 1st and 10, a negative 3-yard rush, and then pass. And on 3rd and 13, they go for the 3-yard rush. They get lucky. That's when they go for it. 4th and 5, incomplete pass. So and then on the fumble, they go rush, pass, fumble. Like it was working. It was working. Like that one drive, you move the ball down the field without really a big play. Roberts gets you 6 on first, then 5 on second, then 18 on first down. And then you get a holding call on a pass. You get another holding call on a pass. You've moved down. And then you try another rush. It doesn't work. Then you pass, and it doesn't work. Like it just was then on 1st and 10, so obvious you were going to run the ball. You got to mix it up. You've ran the ball. So there was 3 first downs Mizzou got, and they ran it on first down every single time that drive, which is what people want. But eventually they're going to key in on that. That's the perfect time. Let's throw the little screen. Let's throw the designed. I did not one play that was a designed play. That was, here's a quick hitter, boom, fake the run, play action, bootleg right wide open, or here's the screen setup. Like there was none of that. And maybe the only one was to Josh Manning that lost 4 yards, but it wasn't a very good play call in the midst of things.
There was only one slant pass too on a 4th and 5, and even if
it was behind a Luke.
And even if he catches it, it's not a first down. I was literally at the line. It's not a first down. The two things was there was no. Elijah Drinkwitz talked about this. We didn't give him the easy plays, and what's so and he's calling out Kirby when he says that.
But no, I agree. But it's also Drink's fault. If he said we didn't make him comfortable, Drinkwitz sees the script. He knows what's going to be called. He can say, "Hey, maybe we need to interchange some."
No, I agree.
There was no just easy completions to any receivers to get Zollers comfortable, which is what you need with the guy making his first start against the number 3 team in the country.
8-4.
And you had 2 weeks to prepare for it. You couldn't prepare
8-4.
Easy completions.
8-4 is what this team has to finish. They have to beat Arkansas and they have to beat Mississippi State. They have to have some sort of decent feeling going to a bowl game this year, because every year the team changes now. This isn't the same team you're going to see next year. So that's what gets me. And then I'm looking down the line, and maybe this is me overthinking, but I do not like what I see from a coaching standpoint right now. And I do not like the feeling that Eli was showing. Eli, it's like I said, Eli, Link, and Kirby Moore.
Yeah.
Those guys have me wondering now. And I'm like, oh man, but somehow, some way, even after what we saw with the Missouri offense, they're still a 6.5 point favorite Saturday night against Mississippi State.
Crazy. So let's talk about.
I did not think it would be that large.
No, let's talk about Drink's press conference. So he goes and kind of puts the blame that they don't get the easy completions to start, which fair enough.
Can I add something?
Yeah. They also didn't throw across the middle, which is so frustrating.
The first 2 drives, the officials took Missouri out of the game.
Yeah, that not holding call on Josh.
And I don't want. And there's too many.
You lost by 21. It wasn't the officials.
No, but in the beginning of the game,
your point. Yes.
The dumb arses that will say, "Oh, you're going to blame officials who hate Missouri," just total blowhards who are complete idiots and know nothing about football, X's and O's. I'm telling you, it takes you out of games, especially for a rookie quarterback. I'm telling you, a freshman quarterback, you get off to a good mojo. Hey, you start rolling, you start feeling good. When you're not calling missing holding calls on penalties, on receivers that give you first down, that kills drives, especially for a freshman, not normal freshman making his first start. It makes a difference. I just wanted to get that out there.
No, I agree with you.
It did take him out of the game offensively.
That was
to start
a bad
the
call
game.
On that missed Josh Manning.
Well, there were 2 of them. There were 2 of them. Not to mention a slap in the face mask, a face mask grab later in a Texas A&M drive that wasn't called. There were 2 other holds that were not called. It was brutal, but it is what it is.
But what did you make? So he goes and he puts the blame on himself for not throwing the ball, easy completions, which I thought would be across the middle as well. And part of it though too is there were times Zollers had the check down or the dump down to the tight end open, and he decided to throw deep instead. That's probably, hey, my number 1 target is the deep ball here. I'm throwing the deep ball no matter what. That's what a true freshman does. He also then went back and put the blame on himself with the fake punt. He said he gave the good to go on the max return.
Yeah,
and there was a 48-yard punt return. I think both of us probably could have picked up 20 yards on that.
Yeah, we could have.
That is how wide open that was.
It almost seems like Eli is I don't want to start rumors, but it almost seems like his mind is somewhere else.
I wouldn't put it there.
If he's the head coach and he's saying, yep, my fault. Yeah, it's one thing that coaches say that. Oh, yeah, because they want to try to stick up for their staff, whatever. I get it. But I'm going to tell you something. When you look at that punt or fake punt, that was studied. A&M was ready. Mizzou gave the look.
Second time a fake punt worked.
On the snap, they sprinted in with no contain, no even thinking A&M would do it. It's coaching. Yes, this is on Eli. I'm sorry. When a head coach allows stuff like this to happen, and as you just said, second time, that's called distracted. What is distracting Eli from being the head coach that he should be at Missouri? What's distracting Kirby Moore from actually calling games like he should? Or was Brady Cook, and you know how much I love myself some Brady Cook, or was Brady Cook that good of a quarterback that he made Kirby Moore look a whole lot better the last 2 years than what Kirby Moore is?
I don't know. To that point, Missouri's offense was pretty terrible last year for the talent they had. It was very.
I don't know about
disjointed.
that.
The fact
You did not have top-notch running backs. This year,
No,
you've got
yes.
two of the best running backs in America.
That's
you
true.
do. And that makes a huge difference.
But last year you had maybe the best, third best wide receiver, fourth, fifth best wide receiver, NFL talent guy in Luther Burden. And basically,
but Luther,
because the offense was so bad, though,
you're wrong.
He was gone.
I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Because we did not have the best Luther last year.
No, but the best Luther wasn't there because the play calling was so bad, in my opinion.
Maybe, yeah, and Kirby. But also, not only we didn't have the best Luther, Luther was not a good teammate from what I was told either.
No, I understand that.
Okay, he was not. This year, Eli made it a point to say, well, this year we have a really well-connected, good team. Those coaches knew it. I'm sorry. Luther is a fantastic player, and he looks like he's doing well in the NFL. But Luther was not some great guy last year for us.
No, I don't. And I think part of that, though, was, and well-deserved or not, was
I was told that he was a prima donna, wouldn't talk with the media.
Oh, no, he
wasn't a great teammate. It was me.
It was pretty obvious from the get-go was why in the F is Luther Burden not getting the football? In those first 2-3 games, Burden barely touched the ball.
No, it should have. He should have.
I'm not saying Burden. I'm not saying.
So why does Kirby Moore still have a job? Why does Kirby still have a job?
But I put the blame on Kirby Moore. If Kirby Moore got Luther Burden the ball, that wide receivers are divas. Everyone knows this.
That's why. No, they're not.
A lot of wide receivers are divas.
No. Did Nick Saban allow his wide receivers to be divas? Hell effing no.
That's a good point.
No.
I have a hard time ever talking ill about Luther Burden because I think he is part of the reason Missouri is where they're at.
I agree.
Because I think without the Luther Burden commitment, and Eli Drinkwitz,
I'm just saying
was the
that
reason
Eli
why.
was not. When you talk about them being the third,
no, I agree.
I don't think they were the third best receiving core in the country last year.
But they could have been. Said. They had the talent to be.
I know, but
and that's what's frustrating. But I'm saying that's going.
You and I get back to the same point here. Kirby
Moore, yes.
Sorry, I don't know. I don't know how Kirby Moore comes back.
He had a really good 2023.
Yeah,
that offense was great.
Yeah.
Everything was.
And then everything was caught up.
Yeah, I agree.
And they had a line.
Yeah.
Okay, they had a line. And guess what else they had? A running back that nobody could stop. And it makes when you have the run game, it makes everything a whole lot better.
And look what Mizzou has.
This year they have the running game, but they don't have the passing game.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years ago you had a running game, but you had a quarterback who could throw.
Yeah. And last year, though, you had a quarterback that could barely move, which hurt a lot. Not that Cook wasn't great still last year, but he could barely move. Towards the end of the season, I don't even know how he got through the South Carolina game.
I just start getting concerned. I was like, man, I want Missouri to have some positive to end the season because you have so much money being invested right now. The brand new addition to the stadium, which is phenomenal. Fans who are selling out games right and left. You need that. And you need the support and the NIL to keep going because the reason Missouri has been able to, quote, compete is because of the players that we have. And I do agree with you. I do think that Eli needs to very much improve as a game day coach. I agree with you.
Yes.
And you've called it out. And I agree. I'm finally to your side. You can bring the players in, but you got to be able to coach them during the game.
You know what I'm anxious to see? You know what these like really good, not historic, but great fan base around the SEC do. Even when their teams stink, they sell that place out. Look at Auburn.
Yeah.
Jordan Hare is always electric, and they have been really, really bad the last few years. What I'm anxious to see is this will be the first game, this home game, in a while that Missouri will be playing at home with not a whole lot to play for. Because last year, the Oklahoma game was the second to last regular season game. They won. They still only had 2 losses. Then they lost to South Carolina. The third loss kind of kicked them out of playoff contention. They kill Mississippi State on the road. And then that Arkansas game the Saturday after Thanksgiving in a snowstorm. Yes, it was a sellout in air quotes, but
it wasn't.
But that one kind of throw out because fans couldn't get there. It was the Saturday after Thanksgiving. If anyone was wanting to travel from St. Louis to Columbia or Kansas City to Columbia, it was pretty hard to because the roads were so bad.
It was brutal.
So that one threw out the window. This will be a game. It'll be easy to get to. It's already sold out. What will the attendance be like? Will the students show up? Will the fans show up, or will we see the top rows be a little empty?
Hey, it's been a while since I've seen the fans leave at half and not come back.
And that's what happened.
I saw that Saturday. And third quarter.
But will they show up? That's what I'm curious to see.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's hope we get to that point. It's not, the sky isn't falling yet.
It's a little bit.
But the issues of losing to Alabama when you had a chance to win and losing to Vanderbilt when you certainly had a chance to win, and then seeing Auburn score as many points as they did on Vanderbilt last weekend, and then you're going, okay, Kirby Moore, this is what it's about. It's not going to always be cookies and lemonade poolside. You make almost $1.5 million a year as an offensive coordinator, and I'm sorry, I'm going to call it again. I'm calling for your game check to be given to charity again this week. Listen, this is nothing personal. This is your job. You did not do your job. Please give your money back to a charity of your choice in Columbia, Missouri, and to help out somebody, because that money that was given to you was certainly not helping the football team on Saturday.
And now we'll see.
And Eric Link needs to give half of his salary to charity as well.
He doesn't make as much as Kirby Moore, so he only needs to do half.
Well, no, because he has two jobs.
Oh, okay.
Because he works tight ends and he works special teams.
Yeah.
But guess how much Eric Link makes? About $550,000 a year. The tight ends coach and special teams coach.
I'd take that.
I'm like, this is, and cars are paid for in meals. I'm sorry, I'm a money guy. Assess money with output. Where is your money? With not just because, that's what we should get. What are you doing? The players are held accountability. Do you know the players can be kicked off the team after a year?
No. They can be asked not to come back.
Coaches can be asked not to come back too. They got to have a new special teams coach, and this coordinator position needs to be addressed big time.
I'll be curious what this team has. What do you have down there? You're 6-3. Things are bad. What does Eli Drinkowitz and company have to get this team ready to go? Another SEC game against a Mississippi State team that you're better than, even with Matt Zollers.
We need Norfleet back.
Yeah. Even with Matt Zollers, you're better than this Miss State team.
We have more talent.
How do you go and show up at home, last home game, senior night, and get the win, move to 7-3, and keep building winning seasons as a program? That's what's important.
If they don't win this game, they lose out. I'm telling you right now.
I think so too.
That's why this is a huge game.
Because I want to beat Arkansas still.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't like Arkansas.
Yeah. Oh,
I want to beat them. If you lose to Oklahoma, that sucks. But that'd be a nice rivalry you win too. But if you can go 8-4 after all of this and maybe win a bowl game, nice 9-win season, it's not the worst thing in the world.
Well, exactly.
And you beat Kansas this year.
Yeah, you did. Kansas seems like so long ago. I know it does. And at some point, whether it's now or the other break, I want to get into the Jamal Roberts / Ahmad Hardy situation, because the next 3 games and then a bowl game are going to be the last time that you see those two playing together.
Ooh. Well, let's get back to that on the other side of the break. I have some post-game press conference sound from Eli Drinkowitz to play as well, talking about Ahmad Hardy and his usage. This is the Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. We'll be back with more Mizzou talk right after this quick break.
You've seen this. It's brand new. Are you online?
Oh, hey. Oh, so you're new here.
All right, let's get cracking.
Okay, then maybe you should check out our website.
You're insane.
Well, you download songs illegally from the internet.
LouInfo.com. LouInfo.com. The Lou Information Station. 590 AM KLIS, Wood River, St. Louis.
Our origin story begins.
When it's time to bring the energy, don't fake it. Fuel it. Drink Thunder is the all-natural, plant-based, fruit-based pre-workout drink that gives you real results without the junk. No sugar, no crash, just clean energy, powered by nature, and loaded with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to help you perform at your best. Go to drinkthunder.com and grab your favorite flavor: orange mango, blackberry lemonade, or strawberry cream. Drink Thunder, the clean way to power your workout. DrinkThunder.com.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu.
But
Nintendo freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves, like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo Chicken Pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
With your LouInfo.com news, I'm Jared Sorello. Our top story, one person in the hospital after they were struck by a vehicle while riding a horse. St. Louis County Police say the crash happened Saturday night on Lindbergh Boulevard near Candlewick Club Drive. The horse was killed. The driver sustained non-life-threatening injuries. The NBA world is mourning the death of a basketball Hall of Famer who started his professional career in St. Louis. Former player and coach Lenny Wilkens died Sunday. He was 88. Wilkens was picked by the St. Louis Hawks in the first round of the 1960 NBA draft and made the All-Star team in 5 of his 8 seasons in the Gateway City. A woman in custody for allegedly threatening a shooting at her former workplace and Union Station. Police say 39-year-old Erica Shields called St. Louis parking last month and threatened to shoot up its corporate offices, and then threatened a shooting at Union Station in another call. The Lou Information Station is streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jared Sorello.
Now, LouInfo.com weather. Presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports. Anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. A little bit windy today, but lots of sunshine, and we will stay cool for a little while longer, about 40 on the afternoon high. Breezy for the overnight hours with some clouds, and we're in the upper 20s on the low. We have a warm front moving in early on Veterans Day, a mix of sunshine and clouds, but about 15 degrees warmer. We'll hit the mid-50s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Buddy. What do you say, buddy? Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rearview.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Buddy, you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
When you're building something new, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Big Toe Media founder Dave Green, and with our company, we didn't want just another bank. We wanted people who understood what we were trying to create and who were there for us every step of the way. That's why we chose Home Bank. From business lending to everyday banking, Home Bank has been much more than a bank. They're the kind of people who answer the phone, know your name, and believe in your vision. And the trust goes both ways. Home Bank doesn't just support our growth, they share in it. They take pride in helping local businesses succeed because they know when we win, the whole community wins. Business isn't just about numbers, it's about relationships. And with Home Bank, those relationships make all the difference. Home Bank is the team behind our team. Visit myhomebank.bank or call 855-577-2001. Home Bank, member FDIC, more than a bank. They're your business partner.
Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill has a new menu. Don't freak out. Hot Shots favorites are still there, like their famous wings, tacos, burgers, and pizzas. Plus, sure to be new faves, like Big Philly egg rolls, the Bold and Hearty Slugger sandwich, the Buffalo Chicken Pizza, and 2 new wing sauces, Carolina Gold and Bourbon Glaze. And making a comeback, it's the return of Hot Shots' legendary waffle fries. So now there's even more to love at Hot Shots. Come try out the new menu at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Find the location nearest you at hotshotsnet.com.
Coach, Ahmad Hardy was not on the field for much of the first half, especially after that first drive. What was his status throughout those opening 2 quarters where he wasn't on the field?
I mean, he finished with 13 carries for 114 yards. So, there's other players out there, I guess. I mean, so there's things that Jamal does really well. He's a really good player. And so nothing to it.
That was Coach Elijah Drinkowitz when asked by Quentin Corpuel, a friend of the program, has been on the show. Good question. Good question by Quentin. He was asked about Ahmad Hardy's usage at the end of the first half and why he didn't get more chances. And that was Coach Elijah Drinkwitz's answer. I'm curious your thoughts on that. So Hardy breaks off that 40-yard run to start the ball game. And then if I can find it, it appears his last carry came. Now let me find it. In the first quarter, maybe it's this. He rushed for 1 yard still with about 5 minutes left. 7 minutes left in the first quarter. He had a 1 yard rush and then did not have another carry for the entire half. So with about 23 minutes left in the half, he carried the ball for the final time in the half.
My thoughts were, I thought he was hurt.
I thought he was hurt too.
I'm in the stands with my son going, where's Hardy? It had nothing to do with Jamal Roberts. I'm just like, he's hurt. He's hurt, or he all of a sudden forgot his plays and did something wrong. There is a reason. Eli Drinkwitz just told us there was no reason. And that is scary. That is another deal. What the hell is going on? Well,
and before you get into this, what I want to say is the whole point of having 2 running backs isn't just to run one guy all the time and then decide on the whole series. I hate when teams do that.
I
when
agree.
they go series by series, it should be mix and max. Give Hardy 2 carries. He gets 8 yards. Then put in Roberts for a play or 2. Mix and match and mix and match. And Hardy's your number 1. Give him 20 and give Roberts 12. Like that is how it should be, a 2-to-1 type of thing, close to. That's what I don't understand. Now, you have, a source, somebody talking to you that believes Roberts is gone after the season. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was told this weekend.
And can you tell us what was said? Or can you
here's the deal.
Yeah.
We were talking about the game, and it's like, yeah, well, at least Jamal had a good game. It's like, yeah, he won't be around. I'm like, really? Already? Because they're not going to be able to. I said, well, can't they pay him both? It's like, yeah, they're not going to have the totals for both guys.
It's too much.
Look at the season Hardy's had. And if Mizzou doesn't pay those 2, you're going to have to pay a running back at least quarterback money. You are.
Yeah, especially a guy like that.
Let me put this in perspective for you right now. Ryan Brown, the starting quarterback at Purdue, is making $1.5 million a year. That's kind of the going rate to go to a school right now, 1.5 for a quarterback.
He's making almost, if not more than Bo Pribula, who is probably better.
And no, look at the stats for Ryan Brown this year. He's had a really good year for Purdue.
Yeah, but some of those are hollow stats.
I don't know, man.
They've been getting, I should say, Bo's on a much more winning team.
Yeah, he is. But that also shows how good Ryan is playing with less talent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing when it comes to money. Then I was told you're going to have running backs that are going to command top money because guess what? Do you think any of these other programs that have money and need a running back aren't going to pay top dollar for a Hardy or offer him or pay top dollar for a Jamal Roberts after what they've seen? Hell no, they're going to pay. You're not going to be able to afford them both next year. I think Eli knows this. And guess who all of a sudden got a lot more carries this weekend?
Jamal Roberts.
And it was planned. Even Carnell's dad tweeted before the game. My son and I were looking at this. Keys for the game. And like, why his dad? We're assuming it's his dad. It looked like his dad.
He does a lot, I believe. Yeah.
He put one of the top 4 things was get Roberts involved in the game today. And we looked at each other. We're like, oh, I guess we're going to get a dose of Roberts. Then in the second half, it dawned on us. We're looking at, oh, Hardy's still healthy. This is all about getting Roberts the ball. So then later on, we go to a bar. We're at Willie's Fieldhouse, and I start talking to my friend who's associated with the team, and he starts giving me the information about Jamal Roberts he's leaving. Don't think for a second they haven't put the word out that they're gone. That Jamal Roberts is leaving. Missouri's going to have to go in on one of them next year, and I don't know if they were just trying to keep him happy or what was going on, but clearly the offensive game plan changed when we didn't see Hardy being used twice in the first half. Give me a freaking break.
Yeah, and I love Jamal Roberts. He's great.
Some of the inside stuff that's happening right, and it makes me feel it's seedy, it's kind of dirty, it's part of the foot, and this is why I was frustrated with Missouri.
And I think even before knowing this, the writing was on the wall. It would be crazy for Jamal Roberts to stay. Not crazy, but in this era, it'd be very surprising if Jamal Roberts stayed when he could get more money elsewhere. And on top of that, get more playing time elsewhere.
So then why is he getting the lion's share of the offense if it's already known?
It's true.
That's my point.
Where if you have to pick one, Missouri is going to pick Ahmad Hardy. Like, that's not the question. Ahmad Hardy is the better running back.
But I'm going to tell you something. My friend, who's a former player and knows a whole bunch of football, says that is not the overwhelming thought within the Missouri football program, that Hardy is the better player.
I think that's what
I'm just telling you right now. Roberts, and this is a great football guy.
Yeah.
Said that's not the overwhelming thought.
I agree. Roberts
and
is
isn't
great,
that crazy?
But I think you have to not be watching
the
right frame if you think it's not Ahmad Hardy. Roberts
he has 2 years left.
Roberts has 2 years.
No, I thought Hardy.
So I thought
they're both sophomores this year.
Yes, Roberts is a redshirt sophomore. That's where I was confused. Yeah, and Hardy's just a true sophomore. Hardy could leave though after next year and enter the NFL draft if he has another season like this though. But yes, they both have 2 years left. But what Hardy does is it's different. You know, when you see him run and break tackles and bounce off guys, it's a little different than Jamal Roberts. Roberts hits the hole hard, but he doesn't.
Roberts can catch out of the backfield.
That's true, which is important. But you can find a lot of guys that can catch out of the backfield.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is Hardy's not a guy that's catching the ball.
I agree, yeah.
So when you're doing a head-to-head comparison, I'm just saying it's something to watch.
Yeah.
The next 3 games, who's getting the lion's share, when and why, and was something told to Drinkwitz during the bye week that made them come up with this plan to make sure that Roberts was implemented into the game and to not use Hardy in the first half. And by the way, how many points did Missouri have at half?
0.
0. Thank you.
And Hardy didn't play. So Hardy has more home run hitter capabilities than Roberts. That's my opinion. Do you have anything else?
Roberts looked good against Kansas. He had a home run.
Yeah, he did. That's true. Do you have anything else on this Missouri game? Do you have anything else you want to say?
No.
I think we could talk a little bit of a brighter side. The
Yeah.
Missouri basketball team's 3-0.
Yeah, that's brighter. Come on. They're not in a bright spot yet.
Not yet.
No.
They played
They barely beat SEMO Friday. Come on. We're not. No, we can't.
We got to talk about it though.
They got to beat a. They got to beat a power.
Chance.
Let's see them beat a Power 4 team.
So Missouri beats Howard on Monday. They struggle against SEMO, pull away at the end, defeat SEMO, and then beat VMI by 40 yesterday. On Wednesday, they will be playing Minnesota.
Yep.
A Big Ten program who's been playing well so far in their first 2 games. We're not really sure what Minnesota is, but it is definitely.
But that game's at home too, isn't it?
It is at home.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good test.
Exactly.
To see where Missouri actually is. Because is it maybe Missouri's not as good as we thought. They played a game against SEMO, or was it okay? Here's what I think it is right now. And this is me thinking this Missouri team's good, and SEMO's a little bit better than people give credit for, but not playing with Missouri.
They're
credit.
not.
It's that okay, it's a team at home, lethargic, thinking, okay, we're playing SEMO. Let's come out. We could roll the ball out. We don't even need people here, and we'll beat them.
Well, they're
and then
fast.
all of a sudden, SEMO's draining shots, and it's crap. Well, now we're in the game. Now you got to start playing. They come out versus VMI. They start a little slow. They blow them out. Now is it A, the team's not that good, or B, okay, SEMO was just SEMO was a bad game, a rude awakening. They'll be fine. And that's what we'll find out, I think, a little bit against
TBD.
Minnesota.
It's a TBD. It's a to be determined.
No, and exactly. And I think we find that out Wednesday. If they go out and they beat Minnesota if they beat Minnesota, we'll go, okay, this team's, we're progressing in the right direction.
Okay. They have some
or
talented
you go
players.
lose.
They do have some talented players.
Yeah.
then it's about playing together.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's about becoming
and getting healthy already.
That one unit that they have. The good thing is that they have depth.
Yes.
To overcome some of the early season,
which they haven't had the last few years.
Yes. And then, of course, Dennis Gates has a great opportunity this year to show us that he is the real deal, that he can not only get talent to Columbia, but coach it well.
And keep it. Because
I'm excited. I'm excited to see him play Wednesday. I really am. I don't know what to expect, but
it's the first game that really, really means something.
I just, we need something positive, as we were talking about after this last weekend. But I mean, even if they don't beat Minnesota, it's not an end all thing yet.
No, basketball, there's a lot of ball game left.
And there's time.
It'd be a bad loss.
Yeah, it would be. I think it would be a worse loss than it will be a better win.
Yes, 100%.
But you got to win. Such is the case when it comes to big time college basketball. But the depth that they have, the height that they have, the presence down low, I do like it a lot. But they do look like they're still trying to find each other. But the one big thing with Missouri that I want to see, and I brought this up I think last week, I've always felt like every championship team of any kind of championship, whether it's conference championship or a national championship competing, you have to have at least one guy who's your go-to guy.
And it seems like they're finding that a little bit with Mark Mitchell.
And Mark Mitchell is the closest thing they have to it. So, Mark, are you the type of guy this year that can take the ball and go attack the rim or pull up and hit the shot or draw the double coverage, maybe even three people come out and make the pass that needs to be made?
And you know what's encouraging? The go-to guys last year were Bates and Grill. And
no doubt about it.
And sometimes,
and Bates even more than Grill in my humble opinion.
But if Missouri was playing well, Grill was shooting the lights out. But shooting threes, especially, it's if you don't have it that night, you might not have it. And Mizzou, a lot of years in 2023, I think of that. This year or last year, I think of that, or 2022, pardon me, and last year was if Missouri wasn't shooting well, they probably weren't winning that game. You know, DeMoy Hodge, I think of Noah Carter. But then you had Kobe Brown on that 2022 team. He's a first-round NBA pick. Mark Mitchell's not there yet. But he would score on the inside, and when Missouri needed him, he found points. That's what I think Mark Mitchell can be. I think it's great that your go-to guy is a guy who wants to bully people down low, a lot higher percentage, a lot closer to the last to score. That is what I think will help this Missouri team is even on nights they're not shooting well. They weren't shooting well on Friday, and Mark Mitchell said, okay, I'm going to go score 25, and we're going to win this game. I think that is the quality that Missouri possesses that they haven't in the last few years.
Here's what I want to see on Wednesday night when they play Minnesota. I want to see them be able to focus a whole lot more on defense, first of all, than offense.
Yeah.
The Dennis Gates deal. You've got size, you've got physicality.
And you got Ant Robinson.
And you've got one of the best on-ball guard defenders in the country in Ant Robinson. Make it your identity. If you're going to be a defensive presence, just like Gates wants to be, just like his mentor was, put that big team together near the rim. Do not let people get easy buckets and watch the transition game, watch the things happen on the offensive end. That's what I'd really like to see on Wednesday night.
Yeah, and Mark Mitchell's been great. Anthony Robinson has been great. How does the guys like Jaden Stone, Sebastian Mack, those guards that Missouri got,
we know he can dunk.
Step up. Yeah, exactly. Find a way against Minnesota, and then I think the schedule kind of then lightens up once again. But this is a good test. If you find a way to win that game, you're getting closer and closer to Kansas in Kansas City because this is Missouri's schedule. They go Minnesota, then they have 4 cupcakes in a row, and then they go at Notre Dame, Kansas and Kansas City, a few more cupcakes, and then it's Illinois, Florida, Kentucky.
Yep, right out of the gate.
Ole Miss, Auburn. Like you have to be ready quickly. Like these games that Missouri should win are nice.
Which is why you can't lose to Minnesota.
But Minnesota, Notre Dame will be good barometer
that's being done by Gates. He's got to win something in the tournament this year. I'm sorry, he does.
Yeah.
And I'm calling out
from the tournament win so far.
He's got to, and none the last 2 years.
No, and I think the big thing is even if they don't win a tournament game, I think it's proving that you can build this program. And it's not just that you need the transfer portal. Because 2022, you come out after the awful year and you make the NCAA tournament. You win a game.
Win a tournament game.
Then you go without a conference win for a season. Now, last year you make the NCAA tournament. How now this year? Is it every other year with Gates, or can he build success in bunches?
Yeah.
And I agree with you. A tournament run, it builds success in bunches.
Got to.
That gets everyone excited.
It does.
But yeah, just the SEC is not going to be as good as it was last year. Find a way now to climb to the top echelon of the SEC with some teams being worse than they were last year. Like, they're not going to get 14 teams in again this year. It just won't happen.
Is Missouri going to be better than they were last year during the regular season? I think that's the question.
I don't know if the team will be as good.
You don't know.
But I think they could win more games than they did because the SEC is lesser.
Okay. So they're
which could help you be ranked higher.
So Missouri's less will be better than the other team's less.
I think so. That's how I felt. Now we have a lot to learn about if that's the case or not.
I'm with you, buddy.
Does Missouri beat Mississippi State on Saturday real quick?
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Score?
Yes. 28-10.
Run, or does Zollers look good?
I have no idea.
Okay. But they're getting to 28.
Who's going to be able to predict what this offensive coordinator is doing?
Nobody knows.
Who's going to get the ball most of the time?
We don't know.
Well, Jamal Roberts may be starting.
We don't know. He's Vic Faust. I'm Grant Salzman. Thank you all for tuning in. This is the Lou Information Station. We're live and on demand at louinfo.com. Up next, it's Charlie Tuna.